Hello, Bitcoin traders. Are you struggling to gauge market sentiment and time your trades effectively? Well, in this video, we are just going to be looking at specifically the Bitcoin Bullish Percent Index. Okay, it is actually a powerful tool that can give you insights into Bitcoin's market strength and potential reversals. Okay, so in this video, we are just going to break down what the Bitcoin BPI is, how it works, and how you can use it to improve your trading decisions. Okay, but before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on key Bitcoin market insights. Okay, now let us just quickly start with the basics. All right, what exactly is the Bitcoin Bullish Percent Index? Okay, this indicator that is looking right at you. What is this indicator? Okay, the Bullish Percent Index, or the BPI, all right, the BPI is actually a market breadth indicator that is originally used in traditional markets. That is the Bullish Percent Index indicator in itself. It has been used as a breadth indicator. All right. So there is not just only a Bitcoin Bullish Percent Index. All right, there are actually general Bullish Percent Index. Okay, but we are just specifically talking about the Bitcoin Bullish Percentage Index right now. Okay, but the BPI generally is a market breadth indicator. Okay, so instead of measuring individual stocks, the Bitcoin Bullish Percent Index tracks the percentage of Bitcoin related assets that are currently giving buy signals. All right, so this Bitcoin BPI now is with respect to Bitcoin. Okay, but of course, if you trade traditional stocks, and all of that, you might want to consider the general Bullish Percent Index for the assets, right, that you want to trade. Now, unlike typical indicators like the RSI or MACD that rely on price action alone, the Bitcoin BPI focuses on overall market sentiment. Okay, it tells us whether Bitcoin's market participants are mostly bullish, bearish, or in a transitional phase. All right, so how do we interpret these values? How do we actually interpret these values? Well, when you have a BPI above 70%, you can see that currently the BPI is quite low because it is showing that there is bearish sentiment right now. As at the time of recording this video, there is actually some bearish sentiment. Okay, let's just look a bit. We can see that Bitcoin rose all the way up to over $100,000, right? In fact, close to 110,000. But that was that peak. I think that peak ended around is it 19th January or thereabouts, around the third week of January, around the third week of January, before a significant bearish trend started. And since that bearish trend started, the sentiment has been dropping. The sentiment has been getting even more bearish and bearish over time. And as you can see, that on the daily time frame, the Bitcoin BPI dropped all the way down. Can you see that on the daily time frame? It dropped all the way down below 10%. Can you see that? Below 10%. But now it seems like it has started rising again. Yeah, it seems like it has started rising again. But let us hope that there's going to actually be a breakout, from this trend line. Because if we don't have a breakout, well, who knows? The price of Bitcoin might drop again below this point, because you can see for yourself, the chart is showing lower highs and lower lows. So unless we have a breakout from this trend line, we might actually have a downward move again. So let's just watch out. Okay, as at the time of recording this video, right now, let's go back to a smaller time frame. Yeah, let's go back to a smaller time frame. So we can see now that currently there is a strong downtrend. The sentiment is still bearish, in as much as the shorter time frame is showing some temporary upward move. This temporary upward move did not change the sentiment, because the general sentiment is still bearish. So it has not changed the sentiment yet until we probably have a significant bullish pressure. Maybe that's when the sentiment is going to change. Okay, so basically when you have a BPI above 70%, yeah, it means that Bitcoin's market is potentially overbought. All right, and then in such a scenario, a pullback or correction might be on the horizon. Okay, in as much as whenever you go to a different time frame, you're going to see the BPI for that time frame that's based on this indicator. Okay, based on the indicator. Like as I enter the one hour time frame now, owing to the fact that this trend has been consistent for like how many hours? The trend has been consistent for quite a long number of hours. So on the 1 hour time frame, it has entered a bullish area. So, but it depends on if this trend actually holds. If it continues to hold, this bullish area might transit into the, okay, it has already entered the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, it has entered the 4 hour time frame. So if the bullish momentum persists, it might enter the daily time frame as well. It might enter the daily time frame as well. So short-term traders for Bitcoin, perhaps on the 15-minute chart or smaller time frames, the sentiment is likely bearish for scalpers right now. But for day traders, seems like the sentiment is quite bullish at the time. At the time, it seems like the sentiment is now bullish. Then for longer term traders, well, the sentiment is still kind of bearish. Okay, but it seems like it might enter the bullish territory soon if the bullish momentum should persist. Now, when you have a BPI below 30%, it signals an oversold market, meaning that Bitcoin could be gearing up for a reversal or a strong uptrend. Okay, a BPI between 30% and says between 30% and 70% suggests a neutral zone where the market is still deciding its direction. So now that we understand what the Bitcoin BPI is, let us talk about how to use it effectively in trading. Okay, so for trend confirmation, when the Bitcoin BPI is consistently rising above 50%, it signals a strong uptrend. If the BPI is falling below 50%, it indicates that the market momentum is shifting downward. So traders can use this to confirm whether a bullish or bearish trend is gaining strength. Also, you can use this indicator to identify overbought and oversold conditions. A high BPI, especially above 70, often means that Bitcoin has been in a strong uptrend for long and may be due for a correction or consolidation. So on the other hand, a BPI below 30, suggests below 30% suggests that the market could be oversold and traders could start watching for buying opportunities. All right. Also, you can use this indicator to spot trend reversals. If the Bitcoin BPI drops sharply from above 70%, it could indicate that the market is losing bullish momentum. Sorry about that. So it could indicate that the market is losing bullish momentum when you get a sharp drop from above 70%. Okay. And that could lead to potential trend reversal. Likewise, when the BPI rises from extreme lows, it may signal the start of a new uptrend. So now let's just quickly talk about how to make the Bitcoin BPI even more effective by combining it with other indicators. For example, you can combine the Bitcoin BPI with the RSI. All right. When the Bitcoin BPI shows that Bitcoin is overbought and the RSI is above 70, that adds more confirmation that the market may be due for a pullback. Conversely, when the Bitcoin BPI is below 30% and RSI is under 30, Bitcoin may be heavily oversold and ready for a bounce. All right. Now you can also combine the Bitcoin BPI with MACD. Okay. You can combine the Bitcoin BPI with the moving average convergence divergence. Now, using the MACD crossovers, alongside Bitcoin BPI can help confirm market shift. If the BPI is showing bearish trend while the MACD line crosses below the signal line, like what we had happen here, it strengthens the bearish signal. All right. Also, you can combine the BPI with volume analysis. Okay, if Bitcoin's BPI is rising, but maybe you have a low volume, for example, the Bitcoin BPI is rising, and happens that you have a low volume, the trend may lack strength. On the other hand, if BPI is climbing with high volume, the trend has more confirmation and is likely to continue. So the key here is not to rely on a single indicator, but to combine Bitcoin BPI with other tools for a well-rounded analysis. Okay. So is the Bitcoin Bullish Percent Index worth using? Well, it is. It's quite an effective tool for gauging market sentiment, confirming trends and identifying potential reversals. So if you want to sharpen your Bitcoin trading skills, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, drop a comment below. Have you used Bitcoin BPI before? What is your favorite indicator to combine it with? Turn on notifications so you never miss an update, okay? See you in the next video. Trade smart and stay disciplined.